What's up, everyone? Kaiju no Kamen here with
Silver Quill
and
Cruellica Kain.
And we are here to talk about Kamen Rider Revice, episode 44?
I think so, yeah.
44? Yeah, I think it was 44, because I think we did 42 and 43 on the 4th of July. I think
it's been a while.
Yes.
So what did you think of the episode, gentlemen?
I thought it was a great saving of the scenery. No longer shall it be chewed by our evil director.
Yes.
I will say I am disappointed that we never got to see the director learn what actual civilization he was from. I really want to know what civilization he was from, and maybe even have a flashback showing him when he first met Geef.
Maybe he was from Atlantis.
Actually, I'm kind of hoping he was Gilgamesh.
Well, that's why I keep wanting to know, where was he from? But other than that, I thought this episode was just as great as the last few. It starts out continuing where the last one left off, with Geef appearing, Gifu, and then we have the one dude in the Overdemons. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Coming around, just stalling so everyone can get away.
It's the kid. What's it? I forget his name.
Haruki.
Haruki. And as he asks, "Am I become an asset, Dad?" and he's blowing up demons left and right. He's like, "Yes, you are very much an asset, and you're wearing better pants than Vale."
Well, that's because he's got the modern version, not the World War II version.
Yeah.
It looked like a World War II-esque.
So yes, he's the proper update to Vale.
And then we get to the mom is all antsy, and
Which, justifiably so.
but then we come to learn that Daiji's lost even more memories about little things.
Iki.
Or not Daiji, yeah, Iki.
Yeah, it was like, Daiji is moping.
Yeah, Daiji's lost a lot, but he hasn't lost his memories. Iki is still committed to fighting for it because they're the only ones who can. And I appreciate that he's saying, well, my family will remember this, so it's okay if I forget as long as someone else can remember. But at the same time, that's got to be a very lonely feeling.
It's kind of like what I talked about the last time we watched these episodes about Alzheimer's, dementia, where it's a continuous death.
I just hope that in the finale, he doesn't magically get all his memories back when everything's said and done. Because I feel like that would diminish the sacrifices he has made to protect the world.
I actually kind of hope that because he's young, compared to the tragedy of Alzheimer's and dementia, which is usually regulated to someone in their advanced years, usually starting around the 70s and on forward, is that maybe he can't remember, but his family tried to build new memories in place of it, reliving certain events as they can.
I would be okay if he got his memory back if Vice had to sacrifice himself. The one loss to counter another.
I could see that, and I could see where that could come into play as well.
And it's clear that Vice really, this weighs on him.
The problem with that is Toei won't want to get rid of Vice, because then they wouldn't be able to do any post-series content and crossovers. So I would rather have him not get his memories back, because there's no way they're going to get rid of Vice.
Oh, what if it is the movie Kamen Rider Revice, the Revicening?
And they'll kill Iki off, and Daiji off, and Sakura off, and then
they'll introduce a new Kamen Rider Revice. Or maybe Daiji will get a new demon. He can borrow from George. Hey George, I hear you have a spare demon that your dad implanted on you. Okay, Jerry. So my father implanted a demon in me.
Oh my god. We've been going on throughout these different videos that you'll be seeing of Dawn Brothers.
Well, this is the
Decker.
last one for tonight, so technically we've already gone through them.
Yes, but as they see them, because you're not releasing them all tonight, are you?
No, but by the time they get to this one, they would have already watched the other two.
Yes, but what I mean is for the videos that we've been recording this evening that you'll see over a period of days, is we seem to be going over a lot of 90-isms. And we're going to end it with a former mayor. I can't remember.
We already talked about him in one of the last videos. Let's not talk about him.
No, we didn't talk about him in video. We talked about him off video because Silver had mentioned how when he was playing one of his video games, somebody did not know who Jerry Springer is.
Well, so yes, I'm invoking the name because only on Jerry Springer can you say, my father used science to take a literal demon out of his heart and implanted it in mine. I'm double demon.
Well,
No wonder George has this moral.
So as I doubled down last for the Decker video, if you know who Jerry Springer is,
We apologize.
yes. But I dare you to go ask your parents what they wanted if they ever watched Jerry Springer. Because it's almost like a...
Does the Simpsons count? Because I only know him from that Simpsons episode.
Oh my god. So my friend Jessica and I actually had this whole plan of how we were going to get on Jerry Springer. So it was like a guilty pleasure, but at the same time it's like an element of shame.
Okay, anyway, back on topic.
Well, I mean, we do learn that George has two demons.
Yes.
And that his personality has been manipulated by that demon.
Masumi goes stumbling into this room, sits down, is like, okay, I already know I'm dying, so I need to get some things done. I've done this, and then George runs off, and it's like, did he actually finish everything he was going to say? Because he seemed like he was still wanting to say more, but because George left, he's just left in like this. But I'm not even done yet.
George, you know how you always wet the bed up till you were 6? That was me putting your hand in a bowl of water.
Oh my god!
I'm just thinking of that Robot Chicken skit when Vader tells Luke, I'm your father, but then he tells him, oh, and also the Force is actually midichlorians, and also did you know that I'm just thinking that he was going to just lay on it when George left. He's like, but I'm not done. I've still got 200 other items to tell you about.
It's a very simple life.
But the fact that he had this much strength of will when he basically seemingly died in the last episode, I was like, when they're talking about him, like, how is he? I'm like, in my mind before the answer, I'm like, he's dead!
Okay. One thing, though, that I will say that I have not liked in Shell in the last several weeks, Tamaki is completely pointless. He has been relegated to background nobody.
He's there. Well, there's still some slots on the new cheating sticker page for a Tamaki Triceratops form. Vale isn't there to take advantage of that form anymore.
Well, and then...
Was it Vale?
It was Vale.
Vale.
But my problem
You're
with
Vale,
Tamaki is really the fact that after he finished with the Dead Man's, he hasn't had this opportunity. It's like he peaked early, and then I understand that happens with men, and I appreciate that, but...
One, you stole my joke. Two, no, I'd actually say he peaked when Aguilera ended up joining the Weekend, is when his arc essentially ended.
He stopped trying to protect her.
No, I don't think he peaked then. I think his peak was when he remembered his best friend and
killed that
monster most epically, and then his arc just kept on sliding down.
But his story was over the moment Aguilera joined the Weekend.
Actually, I'd like to think that monster he punched is still stuck in that wall. He's just lying there like, hello, anybody? Hello, help! I've been stoned, man.
Can anyone hear me? I am very badly hurt. I think my legs might be broken. And my arms might be broken as well.
Oh my god. I think you get more use out of that line from Austin Powers than anything else. Thank you, Will Ferrell.
Oh, Will Ferrell.
Really? Even over The Simpsons?
Even over The Simpsons.
Like I brained my damage and...
Okay, I'm sorry. More so than The Simpsons, you have used that area of lines from Austin Powers way too much.
Hello? Does anyone have any new lines for me to read? These are the same lines as over. I'm badly injured once again, but I have no new lines to say.
So anyway, so unfortunately, the heroines of Weekend are mostly very cannon fodder this week.
They were, but I think the point of this particular episode was really Haruki with it is Haruki.
The end of Haruki's quest.
With getting the Genoix form.
Yes, using my favorite driver, the Demon's driver.
But I think that was for him his way to, even though he didn't get the kill shot, I think it was his way of avenging his parents.
I will say the way Daiji just strolled up to dude, Akaishi, and just, I'm like, come on, I just want to see him pop him like a gangster and just boom, like, yes, that's what I wanted to see.
So Haruki got the win. He didn't get the kill.
No.
But it was more important that he got the win.
Yes, I kind of feel like that's what he needed to really feel like he avenged everything that happened with his adoptive parents.
I did like when Vice and Revi stopped Gifu from teleporting away. But I will say the transition was weird when they're fighting Gifu, but then suddenly out of nowhere, Revi's fighting Akaishi.
He changed groups and even Vice was like, wait, I'm all alone.
I don't even remember seeing a transition.
Well, that was kind of the point, because with Vice's reaction, that's where I kind of feel like the point came across, because he ran across to fight because Sakura and Hana got their asses handed to them. So he jumped in to help prevent, because he saw them happening, and I think with Haruki about to stop continuing his Genoix so he could protect them, that's when Revi came in and said, well, my hiccups, he said, continue what you're doing. And then we get that shot to Vice, like, wait, where did he go?
You know, I can actually empathize with Vice at that moment. The same video game I quoted. You have those moments where you're going at the enemy and you know you've got a teammate right behind you, so they've got your back, and then you get shot down and you look around, it's like your teammate ditched you like 3 screens ago.
Sadly, that happens when we play a team game. This is why he'll never play team games with me, because I'm like, squirrel!
Or you have when we played New Mario Wii, the throwing everyone down the.
Well, yeah, you have less friends at the end of that game.
But so I think the whole reason Daiji is trying to make a contract with him is because he's going to try to use that to find a weakness in Gifu.
Possibly. Or he might be saying, look, last guy couldn't get the job done, I will. He's still trying to basically deal with survivor's guilt over his own demon.
Well, no, I think actually after seeing what his dad did, that if his dad had died, Vale would have died. He figures if he dies, that means Gifu will die.
Take himself out. You need to be more ruthless, said his demon. That's interesting. Yeah, I could see it happen, but there's no way Daiji will let that happen. Or no, sorry, Iki. See, now I'm doing it too. I can't keep them all straight. But Iki will not allow him to die.
Well, and neither will Toei.
Well, okay, not necessarily.
What if Tamaki...
Because Sakura is technically the true secondary character. So, Daiji is kind of like that extra. Well, actually, if you think about it, Gaim, the secondary rider died there. So it's possible they'll kill off a secondary rider. The only one that has to stay alive is the main rider. Everybody else is disposable.
Or how about Tamaki could take up the Wings to Fly driver?
But yeah, I think that he's using it.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a demon, so he could.
But I do think Daiji's using it with this now to defeat Gifu.
And I wonder if Gifu will fall for it.
So it was kind of weird though, because Gifu doesn't talk at all. But he had some grunts going on when he was getting punched back.
Well, he talks in some weird, garbled, menacing tone. That's why he said to the director, "You've had your chance."
Yeah, he has his own language. It's kind of think of.
But we don't actually hear him speak.
Oh, here. He's Dr. Claw with a cold.
But he doesn't have a cat.
That you know of. What if all those
was his cat?
What if all those super demons were just cats?
That would be awesome. That would make this the above all best tokusatsu series known to man. If every villain was a cat.
Speaking of Sakura and Hana.
Hana, not Hannah.
Whatever.
Hannah is Hannah. It's what's that word for when it's spelled the same backwards and forwards?
A palindrome.
Yes.
Which is weird because palindrome is not spelled palindrome backwards.
But they didn't try. They were trying to be clever there. The palindrome for London is not lob.
But what I was trying to say. So yeah, there's a Sakura.
It didn't hurt. It just the
Sakura Hana video or side story thing coming out, and it's going to feature Ise, Reika.
Which is from Saber, right?
Yep. She's the girl from Saber. Poppy.
From X-Aid.
And oh god. Who was the other one? There was one other that they just announced is going to be in it.
Is it going to be Double, O's, Forze, Wizard, Gaim?
Nope.
Ooh, the ladybug from Stronger.
Who is the... She did.
Aw.
She long did.
Aw.
She died in Stronger.
What about the... Oh, she did.
No, not the actress, the character.
Well, no, the actress died 10 years later.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's terrible. She was so young.
She died, I think, of a brain aneurysm.
Oh, that's terrible.
Welcome to the feel good that is our review.
But anyway, no.
I think we need to move on because I knew you wanted to keep this short.
Well, no. Why can't I think of the other lady now?
Was it gonna? Okay, if necessary, I'll just go and come back. And he'll.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. There's one other one in there. I can't think of who it was.
Oh wait, shit.
What?
We're gonna get this video copyrighted.
You never know. You were a little off key.
I was gonna say you can't get copyright for being off key.
I was way off key.
Alex Trebek.
You know what? They should have just ended Jeopardy with him. Since no,
I actually kind of agree.
Because there's been too many scandals with all the people they were trying to replace him with, and they don't know who to replace him with.
Okay, let's move on.
But anyway.
Actually, all I'm thinking of is Gilbert Godfrey on the Hollywood Squares, rest in peace.
Oh, God.
You saw that? So, if we could have Kamen Rider's Hollywood Squares, that'd be something.
That would be awesome. I would so be down with Hollywood Squares or, oh, God. The one with the whammies.
So, they're just common squares?
Damn it.
Whammies?
No whammies. Never mind.
What the hell's a no whammy? Do you need a whambulance?
I'm going to find the game show, but moving on.
Well, there's not much more to move on because we've reached where Daiji wants to make a contract with GIF, and everyone's like, "No, Daiji, we told you you're supposed to find your way back. We didn't mean like this." That's yours to decide. No, you weren't supposed to
Come on,
decide.
Daiji, we need at least one more bath time scene.
Oh God, no.
Ooh, more naked riders.
Yes. I'm just thinking of the former demons.
Oh, yes.
Harumi?
He's
Harumi.
like, that's for you to decide. Daiji, this is not what I meant when you had to decide. You're supposed to decide to work with me.
Well, okay, he comes up to him. I'm not here to lecture you, but I'm going to lecture you.
He did.
Like,
He's such a dad.
like, but you could have.
That's what I'm going to call him, Papa Harumi.
Papa her.
And now, no, he goes and tells. That's a decision you're gonna have to make, and knowing is half the battle. Bye.
G.I. Joe.
Oh my God, I should do that with a clip. Just show that, and then have the GI Joe thing going.
And technically, he didn't. He said he couldn't reprimand Daiji or chastise him, and he didn't. But he did lecture.
Yeah, but he says I can't lecture you.
Well, I think he said I can't.
No,
chastise.
he said I can't lecture you. Or no, I'm not here to lecture you.
I thought it was,
That's what he said.
I thought he said I'm not here to chastise you.
No, he said I'm not here
I'd
to
like
lecture
to review the tape. Get the ref in here.
But
What ref?
We've needed one for a while. Can we get like a Nebula to wear a striped shirt? Come in here, blow a whistle, or better yet, David. Just have him come in, blow a whistle, and be like, "Okay, now you two on the side over here. You Patrick Stewart is fantastic."
Thank you! Patrick Stewart is fantastic.
he's not even the best Professor X. James McAvoy was way better as Professor X.
You sir.
And you
James
are...
McAvoy is the proper Professor X because Professor X is a frickin' asshole who pushes his opinion on others and makes them do his bidding, sends children out to fight other people that disagree with him. Patrick Stewart is the grandfatherly, oh, it's okay, we're gonna do this together, I'm a good guy. That's not Professor X from the comics. Professor X was a creeper.
Wow, you're finding deep-seated issues here.
Alright. All I'm going to end this with is that, as a reminder, Star Trek is better than Star Wars.
No, it's not.
I can't quite agree on that one.
How can you not agree on that one?
Because as a fantasy fan as well as a sci-fi fan, Star Wars is that hybrid for me.
Star Wars is fantasy, Star Trek is sci-fi.
Well, Star Wars is fantasy sci-fi. Star Trek is more sci-fi. Sci-fi, every now and again, there's a little question of fantasy.
Well, but the thing is that at least, especially originally, Star Wars is fantasy with sci-fi elements.
Okay.
Star Trek is straight up sci-fi.
Okay.
Next, since I apparently have this side of the couch that are hateful human beings that apparently don't appreciate the greatness of Star Trek.
Now, just because I hold Star Wars a little higher does not mean I do not appreciate the greatness.
So you're saying...
They're both great. I just hold one a little higher.
Okay, think of it this way. Star Wars exciting, Star Trek boring.
Well, Patrick Stewart is awesome. Captain Picard is awesome.
Alright, we're ending this episode.
Oh, the cold
If
shoulder.
you like what we've been talking about, please click the like button.
Kick the leg.
Kick the like button.
The like button. Hit the bell notification.
She's looking to kick something.
And
Maybe it's a Kamen
please
Rider.
subscribe us if you subscribe to our channel if you have not already done so. We definitely appreciate the support, even if these two people are wrong.
Oh, what do you mean, these two people?
What do you mean by these two people?
What?
All right, moving on. If you want to support Kaiju no Kami, my foolish husband, any further, you can do so at Kaiju no Kami on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and Patreon. And we also have our website at creativitybydesignllc.com. And if you'd like to get any merch, we have some merch at creativitybydesignllc.com or creativitybydesignllc.com/shop. The link is also found in the description.
In the comments? Really? In the comments?
Well, actually,
in the description.
you
But
can't get a
nevertheless, you can also comment about how much you disagree with them. If you say you disagree with me, I shall ignore it. And if you want to support Silver Quill, you can do so on DeviantArt, Twitter, and YouTube at MLP Silverquill. He also has a Patreon as well if you'd like to support him there also. If you search for After the Fact, definitely make sure to look for the hippogriff and look for the animated style
Look for
because
the weird one.
there is an After the Fact that's more news related, so please disregard that. Once again,
Don't disregard the news, but
Yeah, totally disregard.
nevertheless, remember, I am right, Star Trek is better, and Picard is the best captain.
I agree with that latter sentiment. Just because I hold one slightly high does not mean the other is inherently bad. Why can you not understand the nuance, Miss Cruellica? Why can you not understand? Can you understand me? Can you understand me? Hey?
You?
Kaiju, you want to help me out here? She needs a laugh. She needs a laugh.
But with that
Look in the
said,
mirror.
bye!
All right, I shall have to see to this myself.